He studied science for the exam. He studied science for the exam. Didn't he clown every day? Didn't he clown every day? Doesn't he confess? Doesn't he confess? Is there a happy hour menu? Is there a happy hour menu? My grandfather is a firefighter. My grandfather is a firefighter. I need to see a therapist. I need to see a therapist. Is there any topic? Is there any topic? The data shows. The data shows. He plays guitar. He plays guitar. We could eat it every week. We could eat it every week. What an amazing performance. What an amazing performance. The movie has a great cast. The movie has a great cast. Your blood pressure is stable. Your blood pressure is stable. Why don't I help you? Why don't I help you? Is their relative a school principal? Is their relative a school principal? Thanks in advance. Thanks in advance. The book was interesting. The book was interesting. This performance was Oscar-worthy. This performance was Oscar-worthy. Can I go to the mouse pad? Can I go to the mouse pad? He disappeared from the party without saying goodbye. He disappeared from the party without saying goodbye. Doesn't it rarely match? Doesn't it rarely match? I accept your offer. I accept your offer. I wrote a letter to my pen friend. I wrote a letter to my pen friend. I'm from New York. I'm from New York. We cannot mix. We cannot mix. Your image belongs to us. Your image belongs to us. I'll stay up late tonight. I'll stay up late tonight. He will write a book. He will write a book. David has a date. David has a date. The picture is in color. The picture is in color. I wear glasses. I wear glasses. Can I study in this room? Can I study in this room? We found the cause of the problem. We found the cause of the problem. You can't always succeed. You can't always succeed. We love going to concerts. We love going to concerts. They do not sell it later. They do not sell it later. Grandchildren are workers. Grandchildren are workers. I will try to do my best. I will try to do my best. His father is an assistant cook. His father is an assistant cook. You don't touch 10 years. You don't touch 10 years. We need to buy food for the week. We need to buy food for the week. He waters the plants. He waters the plants. Couldn't close it last year? Couldn't close it last year? I may not last at dawn. I may not last at dawn. Now I want to order dessert. Now I want to order dessert. Will I go to school? Will I go to school? I have a lot of satisfaction. I have a lot of satisfaction. Shouldn't it be selling? Shouldn't it be selling? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I like your hairstyle. I like your hairstyle. I was young once. I was young once. She will take yoga lessons. She will take yoga lessons. It's a sunny day. It's a sunny day. Can I use your phone for a while? Can I use your phone for a while? This is creative. This is creative. I see the problem ahead. I see the problem ahead. Doesn't report for 2 weeks. Doesn't report for 2 weeks. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. They will continue every year. They will continue every year. Keep it closed. Keep it closed. He will dive after 2 nights. He will dive after 2 nights. Need help using the toilet? Need help using the toilet? I had breakfast at home. I had breakfast at home. What do you buy? What do you buy? Can you tell me the time? Can you tell me the time? Will there be a ballerina at sunset? Will there be a ballerina at sunset? What is your favorite TV show? What is your favorite TV show? I must go to bed early tonight. I must go to bed early tonight. Should I never write lyrics? Should I never write lyrics? Do you work on my team? Do you work on my team? He doesn't answer every day. He doesn't answer every day. You rarely watch movies. You rarely watch movies. These are popular bestsellers. These are popular bestsellers. We will have dinner. We will have dinner. Don't they create it every week? Don't they create it every week? His grandfather is a geologist. His grandfather is a geologist. The dog's tail is wagging. The dog's tail is wagging. We would protect it immediately. We would protect it immediately. How many brothers do you have? How many brothers do you have? Sometimes we are not successful. Sometimes we are not successful. Was his stepsister a plumber? Was his stepsister a plumber? Don't they dance at noon? Don't they dance at noon? When did he leave? When did he leave? Keep your options on the table. Keep your options on the table. Sometimes it didn't continue. Sometimes it didn't continue. Is your father a greengrocer? Is your father a greengrocer? Your mother is the chef. Your mother is the chef. I understand your point of view. I understand your point of view. Was your wife a salesman? Was your wife a salesman? He was injured 4 hours ago. He was injured 4 hours ago. Should not discuss. Should not discuss. He's riding a bicycle. He's riding a bicycle. Nice to finally meet you. Nice to finally meet you. We lived in London 2 years ago. We lived in London 2 years ago. We would never defend it. We would never defend it. Can I get your help? Can I get your help? My husband is a policewoman. My husband is a policewoman. My neighbor was a real estate agent. My neighbor was a real estate agent. We have family dinner on Sundays. We have family dinner on Sundays. His relatives were working as announcers. His relatives were working as announcers. Did not continue. Did not continue. The acting is so impressive. The acting is so impressive. The school's talent competition is in May. The school's talent competition is in May. He goes to the library to study. He goes to the library to study. The nurse will explain your discharge instructions. The nurse will explain your discharge instructions. Who has a laptop? Who has a laptop? The cat chased the mouse. The cat chased the mouse. Please let's check. Please let's check. They went to Hawaii on vacation. They went to Hawaii on vacation. Is there a monthly execution obligation? Is there a monthly execution obligation? You may ask for a second opinion. You may ask for a second opinion. You were not successful at noon. You were not successful at noon. I don't notice anything in particular. I don't notice anything in particular. Have you ever eaten very hot food? Have you ever eaten very hot food? Could they get worried right away? Could they get worried right away? I'm really looking forward to the weekend. I'm really looking forward to the weekend. They were good friends in college. They were good friends in college. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? What a talented musician. What a talented musician. My favorite subject, topic. My favorite subject, topic. At the end of the event. At the end of the event. Isn't it an advertiser at noon? Isn't it an advertiser at noon? I am thirsty. I am thirsty. Can I refill my cranberry juice? Can I refill my cranberry juice? Will I be able to swim after one day? Will I be able to swim after one day? Can I do plumbing at dusk? Can I do plumbing at dusk? This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of the world. The school choir performs. The school choir performs. Have you ever seen a kangaroo? Have you ever seen a kangaroo? Isn't he afraid? Isn't he afraid? They visited a museum. They visited a museum. Can work as a stylist after 3 years. Can work as a stylist after 3 years. Students are taking notes. Students are taking notes. Is your husband a landscape architect? Is your husband a landscape architect? Will you go later? Will you go later? Not visiting. Not visiting. The surgery went well. The surgery went well. What's tonight's special cocktail? What's tonight's special cocktail? Your husband was a contractor. Your husband was a contractor. Were we growing taller every day? Were we growing taller every day? He's really into science fiction. He's really into science fiction. He could do this in his sleep. He could do this in his sleep. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Will you be closing a weekend later? Will you be closing a weekend later? Going to concerts is fun. Going to concerts is fun. Can I leave the room please? Can I leave the room please? Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to stay? They want to visit the beach. They want to visit the beach. Were they craftsmen last year? Were they craftsmen last year? Their children were homeowners. Their children were homeowners. Can I go to the battery settings button? Can I go to the battery settings button? When did your symptoms start? When did your symptoms start? I'm coming to my office. I'm coming to my office. Do you have gluten-free pasta? Do you have gluten-free pasta? He swam in the pool yesterday. He swam in the pool yesterday. Come again, Tommy. Come again, Tommy. Wouldn't it connect? Wouldn't it connect? We were generally not offended. We were generally not offended. It may not push. It may not push. Can you produce? Can you produce? We were rarely able to hunt. We were rarely able to hunt. Outside the house. Outside the house. Please take a look too. Please take a look too. My aunt was the manager. My aunt was the manager. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Was your daughter a broadcaster? Was your daughter a broadcaster? Which is your favorite player? Which is your favorite player? Shouldn't it be specified? Shouldn't it be specified? You won't mention it later. You won't mention it later. This is a busy street. This is a busy street. A driver was sleeping in the car. A driver was sleeping in the car. Did he write songs often? Did he write songs often? How many people are on the bus? How many people are on the bus? It was announced earlier. It was announced earlier. Was derived immediately. Was derived immediately. I'm afraid I disagree. I'm afraid I disagree. Are my grandchildren apprentices? Are my grandchildren apprentices? Should they be born? Should they be born? You generally shouldn't be a stewardess. You generally shouldn't be a stewardess. Can I go to the processor? Can I go to the processor? I have to tinker often. I have to tinker often. Here is your boarding pass. Here is your boarding pass. Isn't it appreciated monthly? Isn't it appreciated monthly? You never babysit. You never babysit. We have to play every month. We have to play every month. Must disagree. Must disagree. Our decor is stylish and modern. Our decor is stylish and modern. He doesn't like spicy food. He doesn't like spicy food. Please sign this consent form. Please sign this consent form. Don't I wash every day? Don't I wash every day? Can you show me on the map? Can you show me on the map? Where do you stand on this issue? Where do you stand on this issue? Do we need some people? Do we need some people? Her eyes are brown. Her eyes are brown. Is there an automatic payment option? Is there an automatic payment option? They would examine it. They would examine it. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I am going to bed. I am going to bed. He didn't work as a fabricator every day. He didn't work as a fabricator every day. Is my husband a vocalist? Is my husband a vocalist? Would we settle? Would we settle? Will they be chosen? Will they be chosen? Don't they force it? Don't they force it? I'm looking for this issue. I'm looking for this issue. Didn't they invite? Didn't they invite? I'll be the weather girl in 2 seconds. I'll be the weather girl in 2 seconds. Was your aunt cleaner? Was your aunt cleaner? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Birds are flying in the sky. Birds are flying in the sky. Music completes the atmosphere. Music completes the atmosphere. I need to make a model. I need to make a model. They were throwing. They were throwing. Different variations. Different variations. Can't it rise? Can't it rise? I'm holding the ball. I'm holding the ball. He is an American citizen. He is an American citizen. Can't connect? Can't connect? He couldn't get it every month. He couldn't get it every month. I watched a comedy last night. I watched a comedy last night. These cupcakes look very delicious. These cupcakes look very delicious. There is no milk in the refrigerator. There is no milk in the refrigerator. Don't be late for tomorrow's meeting. Don't be late for tomorrow's meeting. We played tennis on the court. We played tennis on the court. Should I not install it? Should I not install it? You shouldn't notice it next year. You shouldn't notice it next year. You can hold my hand. You can hold my hand. I was really unhappy with the service at that restaurant. I was really unhappy with the service at that restaurant. Can I try this before buying? Can I try this before buying? Is our spouse a locksmith? Is our spouse a locksmith? Didn't I model now? Didn't I model now? Was our brother-in-law a minor? Was our brother-in-law a minor? I bought a book. I bought a book. We go shopping on weekends. We go shopping on weekends. Always freelance. Always freelance. Can he answer at sunset? Can he answer at sunset? Did you just tell me? Did you just tell me? Is your wife a physicist? Is your wife a physicist? 2 weeks later he became a shoemaker. 2 weeks later he became a shoemaker. I do not want to go. I do not want to go. I'm not a big fan. I'm just curious. I'm not a big fan. I'm just curious. I don't notice anything strange. I don't notice anything strange. Put 2 and 2 together. Put 2 and 2 together. This is our last lesson this week. This is our last lesson this week. Your grandchildren were organizers. Your grandchildren were organizers. Didn't we invite you every day? Didn't we invite you every day? Shouldn't they be loaded at noon? Shouldn't they be loaded at noon? Didn't they realize? Didn't they realize? What's the address? What's the address? I just lost track of time. I just lost track of time. You go to the mall on Saturdays. You go to the mall on Saturdays. The diet team will make sure your needs are met. The diet team will make sure your needs are met. Do you like cooking? Do you like cooking? I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what your problem is. The lesson starts at 9 a.m. sharp. The lesson starts at 9 a.m. sharp. Can it encourage in the dusk? Can it encourage in the dusk? I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I go to the beach to relax. I go to the beach to relax. We saw these in the museum. We saw these in the museum. Is his mother a lawyer? Is his mother a lawyer? This is a delicious pizza. This is a delicious pizza. Sometimes he brought it. Sometimes he brought it. You have a nice smile. You have a nice smile. Was he going to be an ambassador every month? Was he going to be an ambassador every month? Then he should invest. Then he should invest. I apologize for the inconvenience. I apologize for the inconvenience. Thank God. Thank God. My grandson was a publisher. My grandson was a publisher. We go shopping on Saturdays. We go shopping on Saturdays. Didn't make it next year? Didn't make it next year? He is drawing a picture. He is drawing a picture. They go up on the escalator. They go up on the escalator. Was our brother an interviewer? Was our brother an interviewer? All my secrets. All my secrets. We tried it later. We tried it later. I need to check in for my flight. I need to check in for my flight. Does it always have to be a physiologist? Does it always have to be a physiologist? Have you ever been to the hospital for this problem? Have you ever been to the hospital for this problem? He is not training after 1 week. He is not training after 1 week. These are my text messages. These are my text messages. He is a talented dancer. He is a talented dancer. He is enjoying the sunset. He is enjoying the sunset. Can I get you a drink? Can I get you a drink? He fixed the broken bike. He fixed the broken bike. They will soon be moved to a private room. They will soon be moved to a private room. He's a smart cookie. He's a smart cookie. It was raining when I went out. It was raining when I went out. I have a different perspective on this subject. I have a different perspective on this subject. Therapist at sunrise? Therapist at sunrise? How did you meet your wife? How did you meet your wife? The cinema is closed on Mondays. The cinema is closed on Mondays. He danced in ballet. He danced in ballet. There are a lot of toys in his room. There are a lot of toys in his room. Do you have gluten-free sauces? Do you have gluten-free sauces? Do you have any drink specials? Do you have any drink specials? I need to see a doctor. I need to see a doctor. This movie really makes you think. This movie really makes you think. Can it start monthly? Can it start monthly? Can you explain this to me? Can you explain this to me? He forgot his umbrella at home. He forgot his umbrella at home. We will talk on the phone. We will talk on the phone.